That's balanced out for him. But he's doing more of that.
Through 6. Muncy and Turner emerging. Under the 1-2 from Urania is low for ball 2. The 2-2. Got him. Step forward and really sees the spots. Though Taylor hurt, so is Thompson. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Feel like they can trust him.
While Trace is 2 for 2 with the walk, he's ahead here 3-1. Said when the Dodgers, but I control a lot of this. That's a smash down the line. This is Trace Thompson continues to reemerge.
I don't know about you, but he looks taller and stronger now that he's successful. I mean, he's carrying himself.
Gallo, if one way takes the ball, and so that's back to the conversation we were having. And then, as with any season, some ups and some. Just as part of it is the physical part, just getting the swing dial back, said fixing that swing mechanically, and then just kind of dialing the approach back in, reminding himself. Finally starting to feel that again, starting to feel like he was when the Dodgers signed him.
Got it together, and he knows how to get it back with a little help from
run from Thompson off Urania. Now the Dodgers get their second look at Urania's move. Line drive, center field. Daza can't get it. He thought that it was caught. He's lucky to get back to the bag.
Scorches this ball to center field, and I think it just kind of clanks around, but it kind of disappears. See, it's man, he probably pulled it out of his glove and get back.
Inning kept alive for Trey Turner, sends one way up there and join us. 1-1 game. On the pitch in a 1-1 game in the 4th. Elias Diaz leads off, and
there's one guy I don't want to wrestle. It's Tommy Kahnle. This guy is so strong. And obviously the biggest thing for him is, oh, sick, cool. Back-to-back games, some big innings for us has been huge.
You got a ball in your hand. Do you know his grip?
I can get into that. So he's just all in. Notre Dame football, UNC basketball. He's kind of all. Really can't like get into it like everybody else. So my answer is probably Grace's brother Clay. Has been fun too. So I just like watching basketball. Those guys are just such a lot of running, a lot of gassers. I couldn't quite keep up, so I got out of there.
Yeah,
that's a great spin, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here for you. That is foul.
This is the one I'm going to deal with. Was it school or was it after school? Turning pro?
Yeah. I don't know. Probably should stop eating cookies though. That's probably brings them into the Alex's office in there, and they're just sitting there every day. These snickerdoodles. Can't go wrong. No. Can't go wrong with just a solid chocolate chip cookie.
Do you get milk?
Probably, just going back home, you get, Mexican food. They don't have not as strict as you might think. Wow. It was cold in there. It was good. It was a good body transfiguration there. So it was good. Starts everything. So you win games. You're going to probably have a good culture, probably have good camaraderie with the guys. Like a little bit more funness, that's not a word, but a little bit more funness with the group and together. And then there's a time where hey, let's just go win the game now, and so I think everybody does a great job of hey, when it's time to have a good time, we do it. And then when it's time to go win the game, actions really well and how they perform. And Tommy's changeup's so gross, but on there, JT on there. So I don't know. I just think it's, for whatever. The U.S. Open's over, right? As far as we know. So I think we'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll.
And then it took, what, 2 hours?
Yeah, patience is one of my true. Handled that okay.
Here's a ground ball to short. Trey Turner's got it. And that'll wreck in October, friend.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Taco Tuesday, and it's 24 hours away. Strike one on Freddie Freeman. Shot foul, 0-2.
For Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, you might not be far off on need grounder. Tolia, 1 out. Ways you survive at Coors Field is by doing what he's done. That is miss a few bats. And first one to Will Smith. top of the zone for a strike. Well, but still, this was the guy. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dave.
Sometimes when you're backing away from you want to pitch to avoid the bat, and that leads to just throw strikes. Your stuff is good enough. And to do that, you've got to repeat your mechanics.
Third of the time.
I would actually not have down the middle, and if they start hitting us and you're throwing it exactly right down the middle, then I'll start.
You can be sure of this. If you're aiming,
I'm going to walk away with like $800. Yeah, maybe 600.
Bouncing ball to third. McMahon loads up all the way across the. Two away from Muncy, who yanks a line drive over the shift. Out his first time and is one of his last 23 coming into that at bat.
Out of the 10 balls put in play had been hit on the ground.
But it's those line drives that the rate of hits.
I think they're tired of seeing a fielder standing right there. I think fence is going to come back.
Lux gets time and then gets out of there.
Cool double play. Instead of the awkward 1-out play where the
and you can't usually feel like it's a crisp, well packaged 2-2 to Lux. Outside ball 3.
Now there's people at home watching the broadcast that are texting their friends that know they're on the people around them soon.
From Urania to Lux. Line drive, base hit, past the dive.
That is a very good sign, hitting it like that.
And he says, Dodgers looking for their first lead of the night. Bellinger, man, catches it. After 4 innings in LA, Dodgers almost became a Dodger. In fact, the Dodgers won World Series, winning 110 games, unmatched in the National League. And the run for the Rockies in the second. He's ahead of Kimbrel 2-0. They did it in 156 games. 2-1 on trade. This is heady stuff we're talking about. These Dodgers
for this team.
Fouled off, stays at 2-2.
With that manager, and Dave Roberts has done a magnificent job at the helm.
Muncy charges this one and had to. Trejo ultimately needing to win the whole thing for them to be viewed as one of the all-time great teams. Look at it one way, faction of fans who look at it another. Ezekiel Tovar takes a strike, 2-game season. And to not care about that?
Great. But then the schedule says, what's next? And I think a lot of that is about a lot of times. Can we do it again?
Circumstance. That doesn't take away from 2020, but it allows you to
think about at the water cooler, or when you're having an adult beverage and you're debating who are the best ever and the best Dodger team and which one was it.
That many wins in the regular season won the whole thing. A strikeout for Kimbrel.
Coaching staff is doing quite the job. They've shut down 10 in a row.
Spot. Still has been with the lineup in October. It's a swing and a miss.
Have some workouts and probably inter-squad time with the club.